On this channel, we provide useful programming information with practical code examples. This time, we will cover the if function in Sass. We will walk through everything from the basics of the if function to advanced techniques, step by step. Enabling subtitles will make the code descriptions easier to understand. The if function is a simple conditional function provided by Sass that returns one of two values based on a Boolean condition. It is similar to JavaScript's ternary operator. The syntax is as follows. If condition is true, it returns true value. If false, it returns false value. For example, you can use the if function to change the background and text colors depending on whether the theme is dark or light. If the $theme variable is dark, the background becomes black with white text. If it is light, the background becomes white with black text. When the Sass file is compiled to CSS, it looks like this. Since the $theme variable is dark, the background is black with white text. Sass provides an add-if statement and an if function for conditional branching, but they are used for different purposes. The add-if statement controls which code is output at Sass compile time. By contrast, the if function returns a value and is used to switch values dynamically within expressions. When the Sass file is compiled to CSS, it looks like this. In this example, since $theme is dark, a black background and white text color are applied. The two major differences are that the add-if statement controls structure, and the if function returns a value. When you need complex branching, you can nest if functions. If $theme is dark, it returns black. If light, it returns white. Otherwise, it returns the default value, $custom color. When the Sass file is compiled to CSS, it looks like this. Since the $theme variable is custom, the background color is blue. Below is an example that changes button styles based on the theme. This code is a Sass conditional example that switches a button's background, text, and border colors based on the value of the $theme variable. The if function is used to dynamically set styles for dark and light themes. When the Sass file is compiled to CSS, it looks like this. By switching the theme, you can uniformly change the overall design. Let's look at an example that automatically sets the text color based on the background color. The color channel function is used to obtain the background color's lightness. If that value is greater than 50%, black is chosen. If it is smaller, white is chosen as the text color, automatically optimizing contrast with the background. When the SAS file is compiled to CSS, it looks like this. By using the if function, you can implement flexible styles that account for design accessibility, such as adjusting contrast. Using the if function inside an at function allows for even more flexible style design. This code demonstrates using if within an at function to return appropriate colors based on the theme and color type. This enables consistent and reusable style design for each theme. When the SAS file is compiled to CSS, it looks like this. By creating and using helper functions that leverage the if function, you can improve the maintainability of the entire project. When using the if function, keep the following in mind. The if function cannot be used with dynamic values. Because CSS itself is a static language, the if function determines values at the time SAS is compiled. For runtime conditional logic, you need to use JavaScript. Prioritize readability. Because nested if functions can become complex and hurt readability, you can use SAS, at mixin, and at function as needed to organize your code. SASS's if function is a powerful tool that returns different values depending on conditions. It is useful not only for simple conditionals, but also in many scenarios such as theme switching and dynamic style settings. However, when dealing with complex conditions, pay attention to readability and leverage, at mixin, and at function, to improve maintainability. By mastering the if function, you can achieve more efficient and flexible style design. The source code for this video can be downloaded from the official website. If you like, please visit the URL in the description to aid your learning. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to enjoy more content, please subscribe to the channel.